Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna go ahead and install a front lip on my INFINITI Q50. I have been wanting to get one for a while, but the specific one that I wanted went out of stock, and it just recently restocked, I think a few weeks ago. And as soon as I saw that, I went ahead and picked it up, and I specifically got the one-piece lip. I did not want like the three-piece one because in my past experience, I've had that as well, and it literally just breaks in the middle. So instead of having that issue, I decided to go ahead and just wait for the one-piece lip. So I just have to buy it once, and that's it. I won't have any issues after installing it. Plus, I think the one-piece just looks a little bit better in my opinion. It makes it look a little bit more cleaner. As with the three-piece, I feel like it looks a little bit more like on the cheaper side, right? That's why I specifically wanted to get the one-piece lip. But let me show you guys what it looks like, what we're gonna go ahead and do to install it, and go over the entire process. And here is the front lip that we went ahead and picked up. I left it out in the sun because I noticed that it was kind of like sticking up a little bit right here. So I'm hoping that with the sun, it kind of pushes it down. Same thing on this side. I'm not sure why that happened. I'm not sure if it's because of like the shipping, how they had it like sitting in there. Maybe leaving out in the sun to get it warm and a little bit more flexible. We'll push it back down before we go ahead and install it. I also have a heat gun just in case that doesn't work, and that should fix the issue. But this is my Q50 right here. I have a Lux bumper because I do have a Lux. It's not a Sport. You do need to make sure that you get the appropriate front lip for your car because you know you can't really mix match them. For example, if you have like a Sport bumper, you can't get the Lux lip, and you can't install the Lux lip on the Sport bumper. Vice versa, it just does not work. The points at the front are a little bit different, especially on the specific Sport bumper that you get, because like a 14 Sport and a 2018 Plus Sport is going to be different as well. But yeah, we did pick up a few things to go ahead and install this. I went ahead and cleaned the bottom already of the car, and this is how filthy it was. As you can see, all that grime and buildup. So I used one of these, and then I'm going to use an alcohol pad to go ahead and clean the bottom as well. I picked up a few things from the store. I'm going to go ahead and use this 3M tape right here, 30 pounds. Is what it's good for to hold. That does not weigh anything close to 30 pounds, so this should be good enough. I got a large roll to go all the way down. And then I got the alcohol pads right here. And then I got some bolts, some nuts, and some washers. See, these are the washers. And then these are the locking nuts. I use locking nuts just because it'll hold it into place and it won't get loose over time. And this will secure it so this does not fall in the future. I want this to last me forever. So this is why I went ahead and bought these extra parts. It is going to cost you more, of course, but it's better to do this just once versus having to buy a new lip every single time. Because with high speeds, it can pull it down and it can rip it off. So it's better just to make sure it's mounted properly. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and go over the bottom with the alcohol prep pad. Same thing right here. Install the 3M tape. And then once it's warmed up and it's flexible, we'll go ahead and begin installing it on the bumper. In the past, I've always taken my bumpers off. I think this time I'm going to go ahead and try it with leaving it on the car to see how it turns out. I think it should be fine. I think I'm going to start off with each edge first and then go around. Once I have it close to where I want it on the edge, then I can go ahead and just start mounting it to the front. This way I know where it's going to sit at. Even after cleaning it, I use the alcohol pad after and it was still dirty. So as you can see, you do need to make sure you clean it properly. Go over with the alcohol pad because if there's any dirt, it's not going to stick very well, and obviously it's not going to hold up at all. It's important that you clean the bottom surface area as best that you can before you go ahead and start putting the 3M tape on there. Damn, that is already looking so much better right there. That looks so sick. One piece for the win. Damn, that looks so sick. Alright, so now all I've done is the 3M tape. And as you can see, as I was putting it on there, I would essentially pull on the lip further out. This way, I'm gonna get as close to the edge as possible. And it sticks it out a little bit further. And leave it all the way down. Same thing right here. And then the gap is pretty even. I can barely fit a finger on both sides. And then I got it right there to the edge, as you can see. Because that honestly would bother me, like if it wasn't right on the edge. So it looks really good right there. Now we gotta go ahead and drill some holes at the bottom. I was thinking about doing 2 on this side, bolts, and then probably like 2 right here, 2 right there, 2 right here, 2 there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. So possibly about 12 of them. But I think I only have 10 bolts, so hopefully I have like 2 extra ones somewhere around that I can use. So I just gotta make holes, random spots, even it out as much as possible so it's sturdy. Alright guys, and here is everything installed at the bottom right there. As you can see, I have all the bolts, nuts, washers, holding everything into place, and I actually made it sturdier. I kind of noticed like a small gap when I just had the 3M tape. As soon as I put these on there, it closed up the gap, and now it's a lot tighter, and this thing is not gonna come off at all. This thing's gonna hold on for a long time. And I essentially did, I think it was like a total of 10 bolts all the way down. On the other side I did 2. On this side I only did 1 because I ran out. I wish I had 1 more so I could put it like right here, so I'll probably do that later on. But I essentially have it going all the way down. And then kind of for like reference, I have this, and then my washer. Then on the other side I have the other washer, and then the locking nut on the other side to be able to hold it in. And it is a little bit tricky to get in there because there's like a bash bar right here. It's like a metal bar going all the way down, because you have your bash bar at the top, but the way they designed the Q50 bash bar is the bash bar and then something like kind of loops down to reinforce it right here at the top so it doesn't like bend down. So use one of these to get in there from the inside of the splash shield and then hold the nut in, and then from the outside you can use your socket to tighten it up. And then here's my drill that I use to make my holes. Just made the holes going all the way down. That's how I was able to do it, and so far came out pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with the overall install. It's coming out really nice. But let me go ahead and finish this up and put the rest of the 10 mils down over there. Then we will go ahead and lower it, and I'll probably wash the car before I show you guys the final result, because as you can see, it's filthy. Alright, there it is guys, on the floor. Tell me this thing does not make a huge difference on the front bumper. It makes such a huge difference. Alright, let me go ahead and wash the car really quick before I throw in like a cinematic, because of course I don't want to drop a thumbnail or a video with this car being filthy. And I literally cleaned it like a few days ago. The next day it stormed and it got filthy again. Alright, here she is. I'm in the process of washing her, but I thought I'd go ahead and record the video now because it's getting pretty dark out, and it's just coming along really nicely with the wheels, with the drop. It just looks really good. And now with the front lip, it just gives it an extra touch to make it look a little bit more aggressive. As you can see, it looks really sick. But yeah, there you guys go. Hopefully this helps you out in doing this install on your car. I know it does take a little bit longer, and it does cost a little bit more, because I think I spent like, I think it was 20 bucks for that huge roll. You can get a smaller one, which will be like 10 bucks. And then I got the bolts and everything, so it'll come out to, I'm thinking like closer to 30 bucks. But it's worth it in my opinion. This way it lasts forever. In the next video, I will be installing this diffuser right here. I got this thing for 35 bucks, which is insane, because I think you can buy like the full kit with the spoiler and the diffuser for like 110 bucks. Buying just that piece for 35 bucks is a killer deal. I got it in gloss black. I didn't want to do fake carbon, to be honest with you. If I'm going to do carbon, it's going to be real carbon. So I'll be installing that in the next video. But thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.